Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your Michael Probodinsky coming at you with a Shaddoll deck profile. This is basically an updated version of the last one I had on the channel. I just recently took it to a local tournament. It was a box.
Win-a-box.
A win-a-box tournament. If you would have watched Jordan's Volcanic deck profile, the last one we put up, you'd probably hear about it. You probably heard about it. But, anyways, I took Shaddoll's and I went undefeated the entire time except for whenever we got into the top 8.
Top 4.
Top 4, yeah. Well, no, top 8 because that's when I lost my one. But,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, up to the top 8, I went undefeated, didn't lose a single match, and...
Or game.
Yeah, I didn't lose a single game, which put me right at the top seat, which was pretty awesome. I wasn't expecting these guys to do it, but they did, and I'm very impressed. But, anyways, I'll give you a quick breakdown of what happened at the tournament. First off, I faced a mirror match. I was not expecting to see a mirror match, but the kid didn't know what he was doing.
He was a tad bit confused on what Shaddoll Fusion was.
Yeah, he was running polymerization in a Shaddoll deck, so I don't think I need to go much further into the detail about that. But anyways, I easily 2-0'd him, no problem there. Next I faced a Madolche player. I was very surprised to see Madolches, but yeah, I faced them and...
2-0.
2-0 pretty fast. Yeah, no problems really there. And then I faced a Dark Synchro...
Dark
Law Elemental Hero kind of thing. It was interesting. The main goal was to get Dark Law out and some Synchros and then just beat your opponent down. But yeah, it was a very interesting build and I thought it was pretty cool, but it was, again, I was able to easily 2-0 it with very little problem. Next I faced... Well, next I actually had a bye because my guy conceded to me. He was playing Teleknights, and he just decided not to face me.
Mm-hmm. Too busy making magic trades.
Yes, he was in the middle of magic trades, not the real card game.
Yeah.
Anyways, that put me right at the top seat going into the top 8, where...
Play the same player.
Yeah, I had faced the same player for the first round of that, the Teleknight player. He actually played me this time. I have no idea how he made it in the top 8.
At a 2-2 record.
Yeah, he had a 2-2 record, and I had 2 other friends that had 2-2 records, but he got in over them. I have no idea.
Konami's system sucks.
Yeah, I don't really like Konami's system because it was dumb. But anyways, I beat him the first round, and then I lost the second round because I kind of bricked, but it wasn't a big deal. Like, it wasn't a horrible brick.
We'll get into that.
But yeah, I lost that one. And then third round, he bricked hard, and I won. But I had an amazing setup anyways, so I was probably going to win that one anyways, because I dropped Winda on them. Mm-hmm. And Teleknights can't really do much against Winda first turn.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's how it went. And then after that, I faced a Cleefort player. The Clees, I had a feeling Clees were going to beat me first round, just because... Shaddolls have a very bad matchup against them. It's just a natural thing. It's just how it is. It's just how it is. Shaddolls just have a bad matchup. But I sided in really good against them. I sided in my Curse Seals, my Vanities, my other things. I can't quite remember.
Anti-spell.
Oh, yeah. Anti-spell Fragrance, Majesty's Fiend, everything that would have just stopped him dead in his tracks. But the deck bricked.
Yeah.
I drew a Vanities, a Curse Seal... a BLS, some random trap, and some random spell. I can't remember what they were. But yeah, it bricked hard on me, and then I drew into a Dad, a Collapse Servant, and a Chaos Sorcerer. So I literally was not able to throw a single monster on the field.
Nope.
So it bricked on me hard, and I lost. So
took third place, though.
But yeah, I took third, so I was very happy about that. But yeah, the deck did very well for me. I was very proud of them. But so yeah, I'll just get right into the deck profile. Excuse me.
Nope.
First off, running 2 Shaddoll Beast. Shaddoll Beast is amazing. He is your draw power of the deck. He just gets you the draws. He gets you to what you need. Thins out the deck faster, and yeah, he's too good. But I only run him at 2. I know a lot of people run him at 3, but I just feel like he's a lot more consistent at 2. You don't want to see him in hand very much. Like, him in hand isn't the best thing. Like, you could still Shaddoll Fusion it out, or you can pitch it with some things, but really, he's not good in hand. That's why I think at 2 he's really good, just because I can almost always have him in the deck, so I can send him with my Squamatas or my Shadow Games or Fusions, whatever, and just get him to the grave and get the draw, which is what I mainly want. I just want the one draw, so that's really good. I've summoned him like once or twice during the match, like during the whole tournament, but yeah, I just mainly use him just for the send draw effect. Next, I'm running 2 Dragon. Dragon put in the work today.
MVP.
Really, he was. He was the MVP of the main deck this tournament because he got me around so many problematic cards. Like, game 2, almost every time someone sided in Vanities against me. So I was able to usually get rid of it by end phase, flipping a Shadow Games and sending my Dragons, and popping something on field just to get rid of the Vanities. It was so good. It happened almost every single match I had, except for the first match because the guy didn't have a side deck. But yeah, I was able to get rid of it every single time, and he just put in the work. So I was able to get all my combos going. Just so good, so good. Love them.
Yes.
Next, double Squamata. Squamata, like, the whole Shaddoll just core put in the work today, to be honest. Like, he was popping things, like, at one point, Squamata actually got rid of one of the Dark Claws that was giving me problems. It got rid of a Tiramisu.
With a Madolche player.
Yeah, it got rid of a construct that I was staring down.
Yeah, the mirror match.
Yeah.
The dumb guy.
Yeah, Squamata put in the work.
Put it into work.
And then, 2 Hedgehog. Hedgehog is my least favorite of them all, just because he has
so adorable! Look at him, he's Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes, just demonic Sonic.
Yeah. Ah!
But like he's the least useful in my personal opinion. Like, I understand he's a great searcher, but I never use his effect to search out monsters. Like, I end up using it, but I don't want to. Like, I really don't want my Shaddolls in my hand most times, except for like maybe turn 1, I want something to just set up with, but any other time I don't really want it. I mean, I use this flip effect a lot, especially against the Dark Claw player, because he had Dark Claw on the field and didn't know what to do, so I set my Hedgehog and prayed that he attacked it, and he did. So I was able to get my Shaddoll fusion to hand, and I was just able to bring out a construct and run over the Dark Claw, which was really good. So I mean, he again put in the work, but like, if there's any Shaddoll that I'd drop, it'd be him. Next up, I'm running 2 Falco. Falco is just my barrier, really. If I don't have much of a field presence and I know I'm about to get hit for something, I usually Sinister into him and just have a little bit of protection. I synchroed a lot. I actually synchroed into this one guy that I'm going to keep a secret for now.
That guy.
Just because no one expects him, and he's so good. He won me games multiple times, the synchro that I'm talking about, and Falco got me into him, so Falco did really good for me.
It's really weird how he's the one that put in the work.
Yeah, and that's the end of the
Shaddoll
lineup. It's 2 of everything. Like, 2 of every Shaddoll. I think that's a very consistent way of doing it. I think you get what you need, and if you run out, you're not going to really run out of one thing I did. Like, one thing that you have. At one point, I was only running 1 Falco, and I was just not seeing him enough, so I bumped him up to 2, and I'm really happy I did. So I just think 2s of everything is very important. Moving on to, like, the Chaos variant of it. It's, put this one over top. 2 Chaos Sorcerer. Chaos Sorcerer just, banishes anything problematic.
BLS's little brother.
Yeah, literally. He just gets rid of anything. Like, if I don't like something, I'm just like, go away. Chaos Sorcerer.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's good. Next. 2 White Dragon Wyvern Buster.
White Dragon Collapse Serpent.
White Dragon Collapse Serpent.
Black Dragon Wyvern Buster.
But, yeah. But, he's good. He's really good.
He's really good in this deck.
Yeah, he's a free 4, and he's literally a free 4 because almost every turn 2 I have Darks and Graves, so I can immediately get him out and then just do some shenanigans with him. And he's always good to just sink and then get his brother and then bring out the brother and just go off from there.
Make a rank 4.
Yeah. And then talking about his brother, there's Collapse Servant. I only run Collapse Servant as 1-of because there's a lot less targets. I don't run nearly as many lights as I do darks. So that's why just the 2-1 is working very well for me. Like, most times I usually have a white dragon in hand, and I can just send it away by sinking and then get the black one and then immediately summon black dragon just because I can.
He is a tad bit racist. He's running more whites than blacks.
Oh, yes. Incredibly
Racist.
But my whole deck's mainly black. But, yeah, he put in the work today because he was able to banish my Eclipse Wyverns to get my dads to hand, and he put in the work today. I was proud of him. Next, I'm running 2 of the Danko.
Danko! This thing killed me.
Yeah. I mainly used her just to send her away to bring out Construct most times. But a few occasional times I was able to summon her out and then go off and feel completely safe about going up because I know my opponent wasn't going to do anything. So again, put in the work. I don't really think I need to say much about Danko.
Danko!
That Danko. Next, 2 Mathematician. I'm contemplating bumping him back up to 3 just because having him first turn is amazing. Dropping first turn Mathematician almost guarantees you the win because he gets you your perfect setup every single time. So I've honestly been thinking about bumping him back up to 3 just because that first turn Mathematician is too good. So, but 2 at right now was pretty consistent. I saw him a lot first turn, but again, I didn't see him as much as I wanted to, so he's probably going to get bumped up to 3. Next, 1 Dad.
Fuck Dad.
Jordan's favorite card, Dad.
Every time he plays this card, like this deck against me, Dad drops on me by the second turn.
Yeah. I built this deck to basically always drop Dad. I dropped Dad every single game I had almost.
Like
unless I was able to beat my opponent before I was able to drop him.
It's like a Teledad Shaddoll.
Yeah. I just see Dad so frequently, and before I went to the tournament, my friend actually dropped him from my build just to see how it would run, and it ran horribly. It was so inconsistent, it was bad. It was just really bad. And having Dad in there again just made the deck amazing. Like, I don't understand why I ever thought about dropping him. Like, why I actually contemplated the thought of dropping Dad. It was so bad. But... But, yeah, Dad is a must with this deck. He is too good. And like I said, almost every game I dropped him. Next, just BLS, because BLS is amazing. You could drop BLS, get Dad to hand, drop Dad, and your opponent dies. It's that simple.
GG?
These 2 work in tandem together so well. Because then you just clear board, and then if you can, which usually you can also drop a Construct with it, and then you've got game on board. That is the majority of my OTKs. It's just these 2, then this bitch.
No, the main hoe.
The main hoe.
Bottom bitch.
That bottom bitch. Dank ass hoe.
Yes.
But yeah. And that usually always leads to a win for me. Next up, 1 Thunder King. I'm testing out Thunder King. I mained him just for the Necroz because I knew there were going to be at least 2 decks there, 2 or 3 decks. And it worked very well for me. I never even faced Necroz, so...
Yeah. I got 2 in a row!
Never really got to use it to really bash on them, but I used it against Teleknights, and they weren't able to deneb. I used it against Medulces. They weren't able to add they weren't able to message Gelato, which was really good. And I could just use it as fodder for Construct. So I'm actually thinking I'm just going to keep him in the main for a while now because he worked so well at the tournament. Next, 1 Eclipse Wyvern, because Eclipse Wyvern banish Dad, banish Eclipse Wyvern, get Dad to hand, drop Dad. It's that simple.
Only 1 of because he's the only target.
Oh yeah, so only 1 of because I only have 1 target, and it's very easy to just dig him out from the deck. The next one other card I'm testing, and it worked very well at the tournament, Maxi. Maxi worked so well at the tournament, so I'm actually thinking about keeping him in the main because it hates on Necroz so much because they aren't allowed to add. Yeah, I didn't see him, but I know it hurts them. I faced
the Dark Law kid.
Yeah, it came out against Darklaw Kid, and he just went off, and I was able to get like 5 or 6 cards in hand, and
he was dumb about it.
He was very dumb about it. Didn't set any back row, so I was literally able to kill him the next turn because I had everything I needed to just murder him. And and I dropped it against Teller Knights, and it just stopped him dead in their tracks. He literally did nothing once I dropped it.
Yeah.
He brought out Deneb, and then I maxed seed after that, and he dropped.
Altair?
Yeah, he dropped Altair. Well, no, sorry. He had Deneb on field. He dropped Altair. Before dropping it, I maxed seed, and he didn't activate the effect and just overlaid into an Omega. So I got a 1 draw, but it stopped his big push, which was very helpful. So yeah, I keep maining him. I'm gonna keep him as a main, and he's a target for Shiggy if I don't need it. So
yeah.
It's really good. That's the last of the monsters. Moving on to the spells. 2 Shaddoll Fusion. I know a lot of people are going to question me on this, but I only main 2 this time, and the main reason is because I wanted to main deck hate against Necros. That is really the only reason. I'm probably going to bump it back up to 3, but I don't know, because it was very consistent at 2, and I was able to dig it out with my hedgehogs. So I don't know yet. It might get bumped back up to 3, but I've really been enjoying it at 2. It worked very well at the tournament because I went undefeated for the while. So it worked very well for me. So I don't know yet. Next, I'm running 2 El Shaddoll Fusion because I can go off on my opponent's turn.
Attack! Damn it, Construct!
Yeah, attack. Here's a Construct. What else can I say? It's that good. I think you need to run it too. Next, then I'm just running 1 Neff. Probably going to drop Neff completely. I don't really like it now. I was testing out because I am running Grista. I wanted to test Grista out to see how she ran. Never made her. And always game 2, I always sided out my Neff because I don't really like it. So I'm probably going to cut the Neff and bump back up Shaddoll Fusion. Bump it back up to 3 and just cut Neff completely. So, yeah. I'm going to hold on to it though because I'm definitely going to bring it back in whenever the water monster comes out. My water fusion, because it just shits on Necros. And it's just really good. But yeah, for now it's going to get cut. Next, just 2 MST. Oh yeah, that was the last of the fusions, if you guys were wondering. But then just 2 MST because you need to get rid of the back row. It's that simple. Or just get rid of Scout. Or anything face up that's problematic. Because I got enough cards in the main that just make it so your opponent can't activate cards, but if they already have something activated, I can just MST it away, which is pretty good. Next, 1 Regeki, because Regeki, don't think I need to explain it, and then a Snatch Deal, because Snatch Deal.
Why am I the only one that sides out Snatch Deal?
Yeah, I didn't really side out Snatch. I think I sided Snatch Deal out once, but
I don't know, I sided out a lot.
Like, I don't know. It came in handy. I never even saw it, so I never once played... Wait. No, yeah, I did play Snatch Deal once against the Teller Knight player. I stole his Deneb and killed him with it.
You're a dick.
So, yeah, that happened. That's the last of the spells. Next, moving on to the trap. 3 Sinister Shadow games. I don't understand why people are not playing this anymore. I've noticed a lot of Shaddoll players are not maining triple Sinister anymore, and it makes 0 sense to me. This lets you go off on your opponent's turn, and it sets you up almost immediately. It is by far the best card Shaddolls have. This card came in clutch so much. Like, I was just able to go off on my opponent's turn and get exactly what I needed engraved just so I could go off the next turn. And I always do it on end phase just so whenever they're done setting, like if they have something set, I can just flip Sinister, Squamata, Dragon, it's gone. Or if they don't have anything, flip it, Squamata, Beast. If I don't have a Squamata in deck, just Beast or Dragon. This card came in so handy, and it just cleared board for me, and it got me the cards I needed. I have to run it at 3, but you just have to run it at 3, I think. It's too good not to run at 3. Next, 2 Fiendish, because I can stop
anything.
I can stop the OTK from happening with it, and I can stop effects, which is really good. Just stop things your opponent's trying to do, which is always good. Then just 1 Compulse and 1 Bottomless, just because good traps.
Yeah.
And that's the last of the main deck. Like I said, it worked very well for me up until the very end, whenever they just kind of took a shit on me.
Against the Cleaforts.
Against Clees. But yeah, it happens. It's Yu-Gi-Oh!
When you break, you break.
Yeah. When you brick, you brick.
So, extra deck.
Extra deck now. I had to put these guys in front. MVP of the deck. 2 Construct. I know a lot of people run her at 3, but...
With Super Poly banned, there's not really a reason to run it at 3.
Yeah, and I don't know. I really liked her at 2. I never really... Like, I ran her at 3 before, but I never really used more than 2. And if I'm using more than 2, I'm probably going to lose. So, 2 is really good, and she's just your best card, really. Yeah. Construct is just too good. Next, double Winda.
Fuck this card.
Winda just shutting down all the special summoning, and then just you have to attack over it, which is amazing. I mean, she's a small body, but still for just 1 special summon, most times your opponent can't get over it immediately. So she's really good. Again, one of the best cards this deck has. Just shut down shit, and you're not allowed to do things. Next, 1 Grista. Probably going to cut Grista for a 2nd Shiggy, just because once I drop Neff, I won't be able to hit her. That's the only reason. I love Grista. I love Gristia. Just no special summoning. So if you have Gristia and Winda on field, they just can't special summon most times. So, yeah, she's just too good, but I won't be able to run her because I'm cutting Neff. Next, then, just 1 Shiggy. Gonna bump it up to 2 just because I'm gonna be cutting Grista. That
says no to everything.
Yeah, it literally just says no to... You're just not allowed to activate monster effects, and then it's gonna be gone if you try to.
Yeah.
So, really good. That's fusions.
Synchro Tag.
Yeah, pretty staple stuff, I guess.
For Shaddolls.
Yeah, for Shaddolls is pretty staple.
No, stable for heroes.
And yeah, moving on to the synchros. 1 Armades because it's Armades. 1 Black Rose because it's Black Rose.
Ghost!
Alright, so here comes a card that I wanted to keep secret because no one will be expecting it. 1 Powered Insectron. The reason I'm running Powered Insectron is because I had space. I had space in my extra deck to throw something in, and I wanted to throw in an extra synchro. Because I had cut Arknight, and because I really don't like Arknight. Arknight is too situational, and it's just not very good. But I chose this card over Hypsemus, HTS Hypsemus,
or
something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. My friend was arguing for it, but I chose this over it just because nothing can happen to it the first turn. Whenever this card's summoning, nothing can happen to it. So it literally just opened me up to so many options. I was able to drop him and attack. And so they wouldn't be able to do anything. And it's just too good. I don't know why people aren't running it more. Just because, like, if your opponent is lower, you can drop it and basically auto-win. And I have 0 fears when I drop it. And then I can drop a Danko if I need to, and then just go off. I just bring it out to try to lure them out to try to do something stupid and then just cause a misplay. It just works so well for me. It worked amazing for me. I brought it out so many times, and it worked incredible. I don't know. I just don't know. It just worked really good. Next, Thought Ruler never went into it, but...
Because no BA were there.
Yeah, no BA were there, so I didn't really make him, and I don't know. I mean, he's still really good. Like, it's still Thought Ruler.
But it's for the, really the...
Yeah, it's mainly just for the BA matchup. Next, 1 Goyo. Made Goyo twice and stole nothing. They got rid of it immediately.
Oh, Jesus.
So, yeah.
Would he get bottomless, or...?
Once he was bottomless, and once I attacked with him, because there was nothing on field, and I think I got Mirror Forced.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. Goyo made an appearance twice, but never did anything for me. And then finally, Leo. Never went into it, but it's always good to have a Leo. Because you can just Falco construct into Leo, and then just sit there with a big-ass Leo.
Yes.
That's the last synchros. I think it's basically pretty staple except for Powered Insectron, which I love. Moving on to the XEs, it's Castell, pretty just staple stuff. Castell, 1-on-1, and Ragna 0. Only made Arc and Castell once. I made Castell against I don't even remember what I made Castell against, but I made 101 against the Tellarknight player just to steal his Trevor, and never made Ragnar 0 because I didn't have the time to make it against the Klee player. That was really it.
Sucks to suck, bro.
And that was the extra deck. I'll move on to the side now. The side came in handy quite a few times. It really helped me out a lot. So I was running double Majesties just because Majesties is amazing. I sided in against basically everything, and it shut down everything. It only made an appearance once, and it shut down Madolches. It made an appearance against Madolches, and he was able to do nothing. So it's that good. Then one Jinzo because I feared BA, and I didn't want to get Fire Laked, and anything rogue mains a lot of traps, so I can easily tribute for it and get over. Then just the one Forbidden Graveyard because I don't want grave effects. Kaiser because I can sit with a Construct and a Kaiser on field and they can't do anything about it. Two Ojama Trio because I like to fill up my opponent's field. Two Vanities because, again, I can just sit with a Construct and a Vanities up and they can't do much about it. Two Imperial because I would side out the Chaos variant a lot just so I don't get myself...
Alright, and 4 Noids too.
Yeah, I'd side out my Chaos stuff against Infernoids, never face Infernoids, never sided this in. Then two Curse Seals for Necroz, Cleese, and BA. Well, not BA, sorry, not BA, but Necroz and Cleese because just get rid of their Scout or get rid of their Cycle or Kaleidoscope, which is that good. Then finally, one Anti-Spell Fragrance and an extra El Shaddoll. I'd sided both these in against Cleese, never saw them. I sided this in extra just so I can still go off on my opponent's turn and still have this up on board.
So yeah.
So that was the deck. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you have any opinions or anything, please leave it in the comments. If you think you know a way to make my deck better, I'd love to hear it. Hell, if you liked the video, please subscribe. Yeah. So anyways, this is Jermichael Providency. Out.